Parasocial relationships, a term coined by Horton and Wall in 1956 to refer to a kind of psychological relationship experienced by members of an audience in their mediated encounters with certain performers in the mass media. Parasocial relationships psychologically resemble those of face-to-face interaction. However, they are of course mediated and one-sided, with a relationship that has been created by the fan being solely based in the idea of who that person is, therefore only acting as a shell for the fan to project their own narrative onto. This leads fans to create what they believe is a genuine connection with the person, allowing them to feel as though they know them. Whilst the term and concept may seem modern, it's part of the natural trajectory of the development of celebrity culture.
I love them. I don't care what anybody thinks. I love the Beatles for them, and I'll always love them. Even when I'm 105 and an old grandmother, I'll love them.
The voyeuristic desire to follow, learn about, and keep up with others has always been present throughout time, and is fundamentally based on our social structures. Whether these obsessions are with those who are wealthier, socialites, royalty, it is not a new ideology. However, with the rise of Hollywood and cinema, with publishing and documentation extending to larger levels and wider reaches, and now with social media and the internet, obtaining fame is far from being solely applicable to birthright and status. From the late 19th century nouveau riche that sought personal publicity in the society columns and magazines, to today's reality shows and Instagram updates, there is an infatuation with the celebrity, as celebrity culture remains central to our conversations, interests, and social structure. It is an extension of a collective preoccupation with the famous. K-pop is split into generations, with the genre arising with first-generation K-pop in the 1990s to 2000s with artists like H.O.T., Shinhwa, and Boa. Whilst at this point it was only really popular in Korea, even from back then the potential for global success was evident. Second-generation K-pop had groups such as Big Bang, Girls' Generation, and SHINee, paving the way for the trends and sounds that we see today, and inspiring many current idols. Many of these idols in this time are icons within K-pop, and are still active today. Third-generation K-pop is when it truly became globalized, with the likes of BTS, EXO, Twice, and Blackpink. It took the attributes of the previous two generations and excelled them to new levels, making it the most influential generation as it pushed new boundaries. Each generation precedes the last, and whilst we are currently at the end of fourth generation moving into the fifth, the innovation of K-pop and its impact on the music industry as a whole is groundbreaking. But how does K-pop differ from the music industry of the West? It begins with the record companies, as they hold full control over the groups and complete dictation over whether someone becomes a K-pop idol. Whilst manufactured groups have been occurring for a long time, with examples including the Monkees, Take That, One Direction or Little Mix, there is a very linear structure to the long and vigorous process to becoming a K-pop idol that is different from the West. It begins with auditions which can occur all over the world, and they look for not only singers but rappers, dancers and visuals, a term referring to someone whose purpose in a group is to be attractive. Once passing the audition, they sign a contract to become a trainee, which entails living within dormitories provided by the company and having a rigorous training schedule in order to reach a level of ability in dance, rapping, singing and also sometimes music production in order to then debut. Most idols are trainees for several years or longer. For example, Bang Chan from Stray Kids was a trainee under JYP for 7 years, becoming a trainee at 13 years old and debuting at 20. This is a drastic contrast from NCT's Chunla, who was a trainee for only 3 months. Majority of trainees never become idols as the process is unrelenting and cutthroat, as many companies only want to keep the most talented and attractive trainees due to their profitability. Furthermore, there are reality TV shows to create groups. Fans can connect and choose which of their favourite trainees will get to debut in a group. A group or artist debut is the release of their first single, mini-album or album which presents them into the music industry as idols. There's a lot of pressure for groups to be popular, as if the group isn't profitable or successful enough, they can be forced to disband. The companies commodify idols, which is why some idols debut at such young ages, with SHINee's Taemin and BTS's Jungkook being 15, and recently New Jeans member Hyun being only 14, as they remain profitable for longer even though it's very exploitative. Companies also force idols to undergo plastic surgery in order to adhere to Korea's insane beauty standards, and because of the importance that is placed on group visuals in order to gain success. This is also a cause for the rise in AI groups, crafted to fit the standard as well as being malleable to the needs of the company. Since the exploitative nature of the industry has been established, and it is understood that the K-pop companies are governed by the influence of capitalism and consumerism, the next line of discourse is how the relationship between fans and idols is exploited and monetized, with this being particularly apparent in regard to parasocial relationships. In addition to using idols to make money through songs and merchandise, companies monetize their personalities. creating reality TV shows, films, and YouTube series. As the more people are invested in the idol, the more money they will spend on albums, concert tickets, fan meetings, clothing, and so on. They become brands, but obtain a level of personability that feeds into the parasocial connection. Whilst it depends on the company, in order to keep the fantasy of the idol being obtainable alive, most have a dating ban. Termed dating scandals, the tendency to believe idols are dating each other are taken to extremes and cause a lot of controversy. The idea of fandoms and fanbases expands both across time and across platforms. Fandom is not blind devotion, but a means of expressing one's sense of self and communal relation with others within our complex society. The connections and relationships made through mutual interests enables these groups of people to form a collective identity. And being a fan, specifically a K-pop fan, extends beyond simply enjoying an artist's music. The global phenomenon of K-pop has created a fan culture like no other, as K-pop fan bases possess an extraordinary global reach, as fans connect from all corners of the world, transcending borders and cultures. They form a diverse and multicultural community, regardless of nationality or language, sharing a common bond that brings people together in celebration. Furthermore, K-pop often challenges traditional gender norms and embraces diverse expressions of gender and sexuality. Many K-pop artists experiment with fashion, makeup, and performance styles that blur traditional gender boundaries. This fluidity and openness resonate with people who find solace in an industry that encourages self-expression, and this supportive environment fosters a sense of belonging, contributing to the growth of the queer following as LGBTQ+ acceptance and visibility increases over time. The creativity within K-pop is something that is truly amicable and can be seen to translate into its fan bases. There is a plethora of fan-generated content that spans from fan edits fan art to dance and song covers. Fans constantly push the boundaries of creativity, sharing their talents and creations to create a vibrant ecosystem of inspiration and artistic expression. There is a real beauty in creative freedom within K-pop. Subsequently, K-pop fanbases thrive in the digital realm. The online presence is unmatched, utilising social media platforms, fan forums and streaming services to support idols, which is a testament to fans' unwavering passion, support and the power of unity. As with many other fandoms, K-pop fanbases possess their own unique subculture. Inside jokes, memes and terminology become part of their lexicon, creating a sense of belonging and camaraderie. Fan interactions can be both supportive and competitive, leading to debates and occasional fan wars. The wrath of K-pop fans has been felt by a number of celebrities who have spoken ill of idols.
But James, how about you? You've been in some hot water with armies. Are you all right?
Well, someone's just told me that they hope I die today, which did feel extreme.
To the extent that it is now a common joke for people to be afraid of the power of K-pop fans.
Never been on that side of the army before, and woo!
But with all that has been said, what truly distinguishes K-pop fan bases is fan loyalty and dedication. These fans go above and beyond to support their favourite idols. The fans are not mere spectators. They are active participants in their idols' journeys. The bond between artists and fans is incredibly strong, with regular interactions on social media platforms further cementing these connections. Having a strong social media presence, including on their own exclusive platforms such as Weverse and Bubble, this mass amount of content making the fans truly get to know these idols, who they are, how they interact, their likes, dislikes and friendship dynamics. It blurs the lines between public and private. Most fans have a healthy relationship with idols, but there are of course extremely obsessive, often stalker fans, known as sasangs, who pose real threat to idols, breaking into hotel rooms, leaking private information and sending hate and death threats constantly to others. So with that being said, what do idols think of this behaviour? Many idols have spoken about and expressed their feelings about being an idol, and their relationship with their fans. An example of this can be seen with the BTS song Pied Piper, written by them about what it is like to hold so much influence and encouraging self-awareness within their fans. Idols vocalise the hardships of being famous, criticising the industry and its corrupt nature. Of course, there is an extent of performance from idols, as in reality they are flawed people, not just the perfect personas they may amplify for the cameras. But maintaining appearances that consistently over the span of years is unrealistic, and there is a truth and freedom to these people as they artistically express themselves and act as role models for many. Although the industry is tough, the levels of success they are able to achieve are possible through the love and support of the fans. There is a real connection to their audience, akin to a genuine friendship, as both idols and fans have a mutual love, comfort and respect for each other. This is what contributes to the philanthropic endeavours of K-pop fan bases.
This global army, this BTS army, that is not just like geeked out fans. BTS donated $1 million to Black Lives Matter, and the army was like, yo, if they can do it, we can do it. And they came, like, fans who were already coming out of the pocket to support artists, came out of pocket more to support charity. And this isn't the first time they've done this.
Their commitment to making a positive difference in the world is commendable. K-pop fan bases are a testament to the profound connections that music can create and the positive change that can arise from a passionate community united by a common love.
That's changing the world. You know, like, that's impressive. That is impressive.
It is understood that there are negative aspects of parasocial relationships that are amplified by money-centric companies. The key is to have awareness, which can be said for the majority of fans and idols, as although it is important to acknowledge such issues, the good it evokes cannot be overlooked. The connections people make within fan bases, communities and with idols become comforts, and there is a real love and genuine gratitude between fans and idols as they want to give back the love they receive.
Through this Love Yourself tour, I'm finding how to love myself. You know, I didn't know anything about love myself, but you guys taught me through your eyes, through your love, through your tweets, through your letters, through everything. You guys taught me and inspired me how to love myself. Feels like I'm using you guys to love myself. So I want to say one thing. Please use me. Please use BTS to love yourself. Because you guys taught me how to love myself. Every day.
And they advocate self-love, they advocate don't be afraid of failure, they advocate that you are enough. They kind of are trying to shatter all the stereotypical difficulties and uncomfortable situations that we go through, and they're catering to an audience that is living that, young people.
Let's stay